Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis, updated commodities, work our way through the dollar yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it together. And if you have any questions, check out finding-value.com, where I dive deeper into all these different sectors, looking for investment opportunities and sharing those opportunities with everybody in the community. We do have a special going on. Special is the coupon code. We can apply to both the monthly and yearly membership. It ends up being $25 for the first month only on the monthly membership, and a $100 discount, which ends up being $500 for the entire year. And you can always switch from a monthly to a yearly if that's what you like to do. All right, let's dive in, see what's going on today. Starting with the DXY. DXY again. These patterns don't change very frequently, so my opinions don't change very frequently. Right now, this is a falling wedge into a double bottom, and we're in an uptrend. We are pulling back this past few trading sessions, maybe four, 1, 2, 3, 4, but we're still seeing the lows come on up. So that hasn't been broken yet. So I'm still in the camp that the dollar could, the DXY on a relative strength basis, still go higher. That does not mean that the dollar is strengthening. Okay, that's completely different. The dollar is strengthening against other weak currencies that are all dive bombing. So keep that in mind. So we had slightly weaker dollar today. We did see yields strengthen today. The 2-year strengthened up a little bit. It hasn't broken this downtrend though, with these small little up candlesticks. If we get a move lower here, which is possible, we could see the dollar drop. We could see 2-year yields drop. That is a possibility. The 10-year yield is also strengthened today. It's at support. We'll see what occurs here. Now, there's also the possibility that things strengthen here because we're against support. This could easily go up, and perhaps the 2-year follows the 10-year. Maybe it does something like that. Again, the short term is really difficult to nail. I think longer term, we're going higher. That's my opinion. Whether we go out of this upward or if we do a false breakdown and then a slingshot, either direction, in my opinion, will end up going up. And the reason I say that is because of the bigger trend line breaks. This big trend line break, this is a trend line break, but we could still get a retest. And I don't think that the short term matters all that much if the long term is going up and all of the inflation sensitive assets are basing. So that's what my opinions are around all this. The 30-year was also up, and that's in a bullish formation to continue higher. We were up a little bit today, and it does look like it's trying to break this downtrend. If we were to zoom in a little bit more, there's your downtrend line that is broken. Breakout, retest, and then we'll see if we can get some positive development trying to break through that resistance line there on the very short term. So that's what I see in the 30-year right there in the very short term. And that was all being charted right through in that circle there. TLT bond prices are heading down today, but we've got some choppiness going on. I think longer term, this is going to break lower because we have a descending triangle. This is the descending triangle that I'm talking about there. We could get up to this area up here before breaking out of that. So we're in a little bit of an uptrend here, short, in the short term. But longer term, I just think yields are going to go up, bonds are going to go down because of inflation. 2 and 10, it's down a little bit today in terms of the yield curve. But again, this could reinvert. It very well could reinvert, which means inflation is coming back into the system, that yields are going to rise. The question is the path that it takes. Now, if you're a long-term investor, the path shouldn't matter. You want to get the long-term right. So right now, this looks like a falling wedge into a bottoming pattern. The bottoming pattern's in that rectangle. and we're going to see which direction it breaks. But I'm in the camp that these almost always break higher because you have a falling wedge preceding it, which is a bullish formation to go up. We got TYX TNX ratio. It's chopping sideways, but it's in an uptrend. Now when this goes up, this is when gold lights it up. It lights it up if we continue to go and move on up. What that could signal is that the yield curve is kind of normalizing. It inverts and then it normalizes. Now, if it normalizes, we could see yields drop for a period of time, and we would create this move here. It would be, a slowdown in the market, so to speak, and that could happen. They lower interest rates, the housing market rips again, and then we get into that inflationary boom when that all occurs. That very well could be what comes exactly next. Now, if it continues to pump inflation, that's where things get a little bit more difficult because you could see certain asset classes still do well, even if we're in a little bit of a slowdown. Gold's up $52 an ounce. That broke this double bottom here and then the retest, and now we're moving higher. Looks good. We've got the arrow indicating that, and looks good to continue on up. Silver absolutely ripping it, up 6.6%, breaking out of this resistance high. This is a cup and handle pattern that has broken to the upside in the short term. The bottom of it was a double bottom. So we had a falling wedge into a double bottom and then a breakout retest and then a rip higher. Yep, looks good. We've got platinum also breaking out, up 6.23% today. Looks like I said before, I think we're going to see silver and platinum put on a race here, and we're going to be racing. They were both up 6% today, over 6%. And then palladium's up 3.24. That's also breaking out of its pattern here to the upside. It looks fantastic. That was preceded by a falling wedge, double bottom, and a breakout. So this has a long way to go. Where we are today is very analogous to 2007-ish, 2006, 2007, somewhere in that range. Not stating that we're going to get a 2008 crash. That's not what I'm trying to mean here. I'm just stating that the pattern is similar to that. That's all. XAU to gold ratio is up 1%. That's ripping it here. And again, we're coming from such low valuation levels that I would be a holder of these gold, silver mining companies. We're coming from ridiculous situations. So a lot of people may ask me, Andy, should I do X, Y, Z? My opinion is I'm not doing anything. I'm sticking in these miners, and I'm going to see this through to work its way on up. And hopefully that brings us many 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 baggers from the bottom where we purchased down here. GDX up 2%, so that's flying, looking good. That's continuing higher. There's your nice little kind of flag pattern on the retest. We've got GDXJ up 3.75, crushing it, and SILJ up 7%. Now, this is where I would be. That's what I like. Why? Because all the ratios are the cheapest for silver in a lot of these. And SILJ, if you look at SILJ divided by silver, it's working its way up. It's breaking out. Looks really good. Crude oil looks like it ended up down. I'm surprised it was up throughout the day. I'm surprised it actually ended down. Maybe the plunge protection team, they had to call them up from their deep sleep in the morning as this was ripping higher. Like, hey guys, we gotta hit this thing lower. Too much momentum is not a good thing. We got to keep inflation in check. But yeah, sold off a little bit towards the end of the day, down 0.17. We're still in this big flag pattern. I'll extend the flag pattern out. And we are still flagging in that pattern there in the short term. Still legit. We've got TTF gas down a little bit. Looks like this is doing a false breakdown. Probably, that's my guess. It's my guess. Usually when you get falling wedges in the beginning like this, you get a falling wedge, a consolidation, and then you get a slingshot boom. So I think we're doing a slingshot. It's possible that we even come all the way back down here to 25 where these bottoms are. That's a heck of a buying opportunity if it gets down here, guys. A heck of a buying opportunity. We got natural gas in America absolutely ripping it, 6.4% ripping higher, breaking through some of this resistance in an ascending triangle there. Looking fantastic. Now we need to pump natural gas, guys. We have a lot of demand coming. Uh, should already be positioned in it if you were good, and you should have been getting it down here if you could have, which we did. And there it is ripping. Our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, up 1.78% today, looking good and breaking out of this flag pattern to the upside. Wait, I thought we were going in a recession. How come we're breaking to the upside? Ding, ding, ding. Maybe the recession guys are wrong. I don't know. Maybe they're wrong. Maybe China's the one driving it all. China's coming off they're going into recovery phase of their real estate cycle, which is bullish commodities. OIH up 1.32. That's working its way higher, looking good, feeling good, looking real good. We've got Newcastle Coal Future is up about almost 1%, a little under 1%. But still looks good. We're underneath resistance, which is the white line there. And then support is this big rectangle support area. Sprott Physical Uranium Trust up 0.74%, looking good. We're still well poised on top of support. Everything looks good to go higher. Uranium futures pricing, it's a very similar situation there, looking okay. URA is up 1%, looking good. Falling wedge breakout. URNM also higher, falling wedge breakout. And URNJ up 1.33 with a falling wedge breakout. It's all the same thing. We've got nickel up a little bit, still in that choppiness, sideways trading action in the rectangle box there. We've got copper up 1.5%. Now this is extending above resistance. That's your resistance support kind of region. It is getting above it. We could do a little bit of a run here, or a big run. So that looks very, very good for a break higher in copper. Very strong. COPX not waiting around. It's ripping 3.28. We are going to get on top of this last resistance, and it's going to be go time here. It's going to be go time. So good luck to those that are, I don't know what's up with that 0.99. There it is. We are ready to rip and are ripping. This could be a big, big move. And if copper, you know how copper was sitting on top of that resistance area? Well, this could be very big, just like silver. Lithium's up 0.3%. That's still working its way on up. Looking pretty solid there. Getting through this last form of resistance through this general section here. REMX up 1.74, falling wedge. That's just a continuation pattern to go higher. We've got this weird one-off day where everything's sold off. I still don't know what the heck's going on with that day, but we're working our way on up. Looks good. Iron ore up 0.43. This looks very interesting. Remember, we're in the recovery phase of China and the real estate market. Boom! That's what I think is going to happen. We're going to see recovery in steel, iron ore, recovery in anything that has to do with it, met coal, all that stuff. It could take some time, but this is well positioned. Aluminum up 1.19. We're above support. That white line going across the support, and everything looks good. You just have to be patient, wait for these consolidations to chop sideways, and maybe we come into some ascending triangle, and everything looks good. Baltic Dry Index ripping higher. It looks very good. There it is, unleashing to the upside. You can also draw this on a log scale. Log, it would basically signify a breakout if you look at it from that perspective. But yeah, everything looks good, and I just threw this there. The resistance is really down here, and we've already broken out, and it's working its way on up. Emerging markets down just a little bit. It will break this big resistance area, and it's going to run like a cheetah can, and you're going to get a huge breakout. Huge. Copper's going to rip. Silver's going to rip. Emerging markets is going to rip. Platinum's going to rip. Oil's going to rip. This is a bull market, guys. We are in a bull market, and this is all the money rotating right here at this big breakout. We're going to see some of these emerging markets just decimate here. They're gonna fly. Moo, that is putting in the falling wedge with not a double bottom, but an inverted shoulder head shoulder bottom. We're still putting in that bottom, and we're starting to break some of these resistance areas. It's just taking its time. Not everything flies at the same exact moment. Some people will get frustrated. Oh, it's not breaking out. That's not what you want to do. In fact, I would do the exact opposite. I would be a buyer because it hasn't broken out. The ones that are lagging and is your leaders lead. The laggers, that doesn't mean that they're going to underperform. It just means that they're lagging in time. Your opportunity is here, in my opinion. KRE down 0.14%. Bull, it's little bloody noses. It's a bull flag. This is just flagging out. It's going to go higher. We've got XHB also doing it. Whenever you get these big moves, you get these small little bloody nose candlesticks. You're in a stair step higher. We've broken through resistance. We've got this is essentially a falling wedge into a double bottom, a breakout retest, and then you're going to rip, rippity rip rip rip. Looks good, just like silver did, and just like all the other ones that we're seeing, palladium and all those other ones. Russell continues higher, looking okay, looking good. SPX doing the same thing, breaking out of these last resistance areas, heading higher. Lots of money printing. NASDAQ heading higher. Lots and lots of money printing. It's going everywhere. You can't. Here's the thing, guys. You can't have all these asset classes all go up at the same time unless they are literally printing a whole bunch of money. They are printing SHI fill in the blank T loads of money. You can't have everything go up at the same time unless you've got more money coming into the system. If you had a relatively stable market, or I mean money supply, you would have certain sectors go down and other sectors go up. The only way you can have everything go up is if you're piling money into the system. Dow Jones Transportation Index breaking higher. You've got XLI in that resistance area still, but I'm sure this will break if everything's breaking to the upside. I would imagine that this would break to the upside. We've got SMCI still looking like total rat turd. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this. NVIDIA down 1.9%. How is NVIDIA down? What's going on here? It's in support though. We've got Bitcoin down 0.34. Again, this could be a bearish upward facing pattern, a bearish flag that could break to the downside. That is a possibility. We have to see if it breaks, and then we have to see if we break that low there at 83 or 4,000, whatever it is. If it does do that. Ethereum's up 1%. That's still holding on, looking okay at the moment. We're in a downtrend, and I don't see a ton of buying pressure. There's a little bit. We have to see if selling pressure comes back. MicroStrategy down or up 1.27. We're getting to that support region. You can see Michael Saylor's a little bit worried, and we're just on support right here. And then the VIX is down 5%. It is well controlled, and we came back down to keep everyone calm. We are seeing a lot of these commodity currencies looking very, let's just say good. They're looking good here. We've got the bigger pattern. We've broken out of the first one here in the Canadian dollar. And then you can see, we can see that we're getting out here. So on some of these different time frames, it moves the line around. I don't know why, but that's starting to break out. The African rand versus the United States dollar breaking out. We've got Brazilian real heading higher versus the dollar. I'm kind of flipping back and forth there on log. Australian dollar ready. It's right there, ready on the breakout. And then GBP, the pound sterling in a flag pattern, ready to break higher here in any second there. And I just drew that in real quick. It's a 3-hump consolidation. We can throw that there. This is a big deal, guys. All this is a big deal. It's all very big deal. Because when you start to get these currencies moving, that's when the big moves occur. So that's what I've got for today. Give me a thumb up for the content, guys. Subscribe to the website if you like. We've got a Sunday Q&A session coming up this weekend at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'll see you guys there. We can talk whatever you like. Some people have brought up that a potential topic could be, again, portfolio allocation, the companies, how I differentiate my allocations between companies, what companies are still good at this moment, kind of all that stuff. So I can talk about that if that's what you guys want to get into and dive into, and if you think that's where the value is. Okay, guys, that's all I've got. So we'll see you next time, guys. See ya.